Hi folks, and welcome to Jace's Kit Loadout. One of the most important things you have to do when you're considering travel is to decide what you're going to take with you. This is especially important if you're going to be doing adventure travel, where you'll be going through a range of different environments and doing a range of different activities. So in a series of short vlogs, I'm going to explain to you why I chose to take the things that I chose with me when traveling. In later installments, I'm going to talk about the kit that I've got in my bag, but to start with, I'm going to talk about my basic travel wardrobe. I'm going to talk about my sunglasses, my hat, my shirts, the pants and shoes. Let's start with the sunglasses. The sunglasses that I have are a pair of black wraparound sunglasses. They're by Euro brand. You can pick these up at Rebel Sport or any basic sports store. They are a pair of black sunglasses with very easy detachable arms. The arms, when the hinge, if these arms break off, then you can easily snap them back into place. Another feature of these sunglasses, which I like, is the buoy device in the arms here. If you are wearing these on a boat and you drop them overboard, they will float because of these buoy devices on each of the arms. These have polarized lenses, which means that they're specifically designed to reduce the glare off water or off snow, and they're fairly sturdy construction, and the lenses are pretty good, so pretty good pair of sunglasses for when you're traveling. Next, let's have a look at the hat. I wear a basic baseball cap. It's pretty straightforward in design. It's got a sweatband and it's a flex fit type arrangement. You can scrunch it up pretty small and it'll pack away in your bag easily when you're not wearing it. If there's one thing that I'd change about this hat for future travel loadouts, it would probably be that I would get an adjustable strap here instead. I don't particularly like the adjustable strap design, but one thing that's useful about the adjustable strap design is that you can hang it off things easily, just clips in place. So if, for example, that hat was dirty and wet and you wanted to dry it out, you could clip it onto the back of your pack and let the sun dry it out. So that's the hat. Let's have a look now at the shirt. My overshirt is a Kathmandu brand polyester shirt. Polyester is particularly useful because it is a plastic type material, so it doesn't hold dirt very easily, and it also dries very, very quickly. I choose a medium size, which is quite baggy on me, which is particularly useful for a reason which I'll show you right now, that it easily conceals my shoulder holster, which we'll have a look at in a moment. The shirt itself is collared shirt, relatively conservative looking, so you can wear it at the airport and that kind of thing. The shoulder holster is particularly useful as a secondary spot to carry your important documents. This one is by Design Go. Design Go make all kinds of travel paraphernalia like these wallets, toiletries, bags, and other types of travel paraphernalia. This one has a basic ladder clip design for adjusting it. It sits quite neatly under your arm, and with a shirt on over the top of it is well concealed. It has two zip pockets, a larger one here for your passport and other important documents, and then a smaller separate one where I like to carry some extra cash concealed so that in the case of losing or having your wallet stolen, you've still got some cash available for you. So that's a good bit of kit. Onto the shirt. This undershirt that I've got, basic black, is by Icebreaker. Icebreaker make merino sheep's wool clothing, and this one is a very, very thin, it's super fine merino sheep's wool fabric. Merino sheep's wool is superior to cotton for a number of reasons. Firstly, it's excellent insulating fibre. It will keep you warm when it's in cool weather, it'll keep you cool when it's warm weather. It doesn't get dirty very easily, or rather when it does get dirty, it doesn't get smelly, and it still remains quite comfortable when compared to cotton material. If this material is wet, it maintains its insulating properties. So pretty good shirt to have with you when you're traveling, quite versatile and very useful. Let's look at pants. Now, these are a pair of travel pants. The properties of travel pants which make them good for travel are two main ones. Firstly, the material. Again, polyester, dries very quickly and easily. Secondly, they have a zip-off lower leg design, which means you can wear them as shorts. They're convertible pants. You can wear them as shorts or you can wear them as long pants. These particular ones are North Face brand pants, and one of the things that I like about them is that the zippers for where you zip off the lower section, on the right hand one is red and on the left hand one is a dark blue colour. Might be a bit hard to see there against the grey. Red is for R is for red and R is for right, so it's easy to identify which one you're going to zip back on when you need to zip those back on. The other features you want to look for when you're buying a pair of travel pants for your travel is have a good look at the design of the pockets. These North Face pants have very deep front thigh pockets, which I think is very useful. Some of the brands have quite shallow pockets and they're probably best avoided. Another useful design feature that these North Face travel pants have is that in addition to your basic thigh pockets, the left-hand one has a zip pocket as well. So you might want to stick your wallet in that zip pocket, and that just makes it that little bit harder for any sticky fingers, if there's any pickpockets around, to pick your wallet out of that pocket. So that's the pants, pretty useful. Now, on my arms, the accessories that I wear a G-Shock watch on my right arm because I'm left-handed. This watch is also particularly useful for travel, and I'll explain to you why. The G-Shock watch is shockproof. It has a hard resin plastic outer coating which protects the front face, and the internal components are protected by quite a bit of metal. It's also waterproof, and this one is mud-proof. The G-Shock Mudman type watch is specifically designed for rally drivers, and these big protruding buttons that you can see that operate the inner workings of the watch are particularly good. No mud or dirt will get into those buttons, so that's particularly useful for travel if you're doing adventurous stuff. Some of the features of this digital wristwatch which make it also very useful for travel is it has 5 independent alarm clocks. One of them is a snooze alarm, so even when you switch it off, it will continue to go on every 5 minutes until you really go into the watch to turn off the alarm. So you're not going to be able to sleep through that alarm easily. It also has world time, so when you set the time in the watch, you set it by time zone, and then you can easily display the time in 48 different cities around the world. This is useful for your planning of your next destination, or maybe when you want to phone home. So that's the G-Shock watch. I also wear, as a piece of jewellery, my wedding ring. What could that have to do with travel? Well, this wedding ring is not in fact the wedding ring that my wife presented to me when we were married. This is a sterling silver copy. It's a very inexpensive band of metal. If, for example, I was in a dangerous situation, I was getting mugged, I'd be happy to let that go without worrying about it too much. It really is a very cheap bit of metal. But I like to wear it for its symbolic value. Finally, let's have a look at the shoes. When it comes to having shoes for travel, the basic pair of shoes that you want to wear every day are probably your favourite pair of shoes. I wouldn't go out and buy a new pair of shoes just for your everyday walking. If you've got a pair of walking shoes that you like, then you chose them for a reason, no doubt, and you want to keep those shoes. The pair that I have is a pair of Merrell walking shoes. They're quite old, as you can see. They're a fairly conservative colour, so you can wear them in an urban environment and in trails. You could also wear them out to dinner, for example. You could get away with it. These Merrell shoes have a particularly deep tread on them, so I find them quite useful for walking through all kinds of different environments. So that's the basic travel wardrobe, folks. Thanks very much for listening, and in my next installment I'll be talking about some of the other kit that I've decided to take with me on our amazing adventure.